Snob Life started off as a hustle. I was a hairstylist, and I wanted to make some extra money to like kind of like stop robbing Peter to pay Paul. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sell hair. I can sell hair on the side, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll make like an extra $500 to $600 a month, so I can like stop being stressed out at the first of the month. So when I originally started selling hair, it wasn't a business. I had no idea that it would even get this far. I didn't know it would actually allow me to fund a salon and to fund a whole bunch of other business ventures that I have from just selling hair. Which is like, I'm just gonna sell some hair, make some extra money.
Well, this is more than a salon to me. This is like a mini castle. I mean, you have high ceilings and
Thank you.
I mean, everything's just beautiful. I know it's marble here. This is a beautiful thing. Can we talk about how you started in hair, like, as far as what was your educational background?
I attended Aveda. I went to Aveda in 2007. I graduated in 2008. And when I finished hair school, I wanted absolutely nothing to do with hair. Like, I have ADD. I absolutely hated hair. I hated hair when I finished. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing hair. I'm going to do makeup. So when I graduated school, I remember it's this makeup stand in Lenox Mall called Michael Bella. I went and spent like $700 at Michael Bella buying a whole makeup kit, which kind of find out I didn't know how to do makeup. So to be a makeup artist, you actually had to know how to do makeup. So my father at the time, who is deceased, used to be like, why don't you just go get your hair license? Like, why don't you do hair? You're good at hair. You've been doing your hair all your life. Why don't you just go get your hair license? I was just like, I don't know. So my dad would like give me the money to go pay for to take my state board, and I would like buy shoes or go to the mall and go shopping. Like, needless to say, I never went and applied for my cosmetology state board test. So my dad got into a car accident November 17, 2009, and he passed away December 17, 2009. And so it was kind of like, once he died, I was just like, he really, really, really wanted me to like do this hair thing. Like, that's all he talked about. Like, why don't you do hair? Why don't you do hair? That could be your career. You'll be really good at it. So the next couple of months, I started applying for jobs at salons. I got turned down by 42 different salons.
42 different salons?
42 different salons.
What were you doing wrong?
I mean, I'd probably be easier asking what was I doing right, because I wasn't doing nothing right. Nobody was calling me back. All of a sudden, there wasn't hiring, or the position got filled. The salon that I really, really wanted to work at so bad, I got to my second interview and I got a no call back. And then I applied for this last salon, and this was I did this from January 2010 to April 2010. I applied for all these salons. So I had gave up. I was just like, maybe this hair thing is not for me. So in May, I got an email saying, congratulations, you can come audition for a chair at this really popular salon. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went and auditioned for a chair, and I actually got hired. So I got hired. It was like the end of June, beginning of July. But the salon wasn't opening up until August 7th, 2010. So the first day I've ever did hair was August 7th, 2010.
I read somewhere that your grandmother was an inspiration for you in what you do. Can you talk about that?
Yes, my grandmother, my Gigi, which will be 92 this year, is such an inspiration to me. Only because in high school I stayed in so much trouble. Like, I gave that lady hell. I was like hell on two wheels. So for her to be able to, she calls me every single morning and be like, Elita, what are you doing? Are you up? Are you up? Are you up? Are you going to work? Are you at work? So for her to be able to to see me and to be so proud and so Like, she calls all her friends, and I know they're so tired of hearing the Ming success story because my grandmother tells it to them every chance that she gets. So she motivates me because I always want to give her something to tell other people about, and I just love to hear her say, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And she always tells me that no matter how big I get, she still owns me. I did hair in my teens, but not like I had like a full running salon and a bunch of clientele. I did my own hair, and like maybe like a few of my friends' hair. I learned how to do hair because my grandmother, which I said, she's 90, she'd be 92. So her idea of a hairstyle was, you know, 2 plaits to the back, or 4 braids, 1, 2, 3, 4, like Miss Seeley. So I had to figure out how to do my own hair. So I just started off doing my own hair. I learned how to do hair by just because I didn't want to go to school and be the talk of the town about how bad my hair looked. And plus I was a tomboy, so.
How did you develop your celebrity clientele? Because there are a lot of hairstyles in Atlanta, and you know, I would say they do, a lot of them do hair, but you have a pretty nice celebrity clientele.
I never really did celebrity clients. That was never really my thing. The only celebrities that I would do would be people that I had like a friendship with. So it would be like almost like doing like my homegirl hair. I wasn't into like the glitz and the glamour of doing the celebrity hair, and it was too much pressure for me. Like, it was too much. Like, they were always late. Well, some of them was always late. It was just too much pressure for me. It was just too much pressure. So I always steered away from the celebrity clients, and I just wanted to do like girls like me hair. Like, I just wanted to do women that, you know, work normal jobs, live normal lives, that would appreciate my work and respect my time. So I always kind of shied away from celebrities unless I knew them.
Interesting you say that, because the name of your Snob Life. Snob Life. So when I hear Snob Life, I hear like bougie or stuck up, and explain to us why you picked that name.
Let me tell you how I came up with Snob Life, which I very seldom tell this story. I do not eat crust on my bread. I repeat, do not bring me a sandwich with crust on my bread.
The brown part.
The brown part. So who else would know this would be my brothers and sisters. So probably like in 2009, we was at my dad's house, and I asked my little brother Giorgio to make me a sandwich. So he makes me a sandwich, and he puts the sandwich on the little saucer, right? A saucer about this big, which the sandwich kind of already was too big for the little tiny plate. And he left the bread on, and I was just like, I can't eat this. You know, I don't even like the bread, and if I tear the crust off, I have nowhere to put it because you brought me this little plate. And he was like, you're such a snob. That's what he said. And I was like, I'm a snob because I know what I want and what I like? No.
So it started with a loaf of bread.
It started with a sandwich.
A sandwich.
A turkey and cheese.